So I'm going to start the taxiing,
Go for
you
it.
get that stuff
Okay,
done,
I got
okay?
my brakes. There you
Alright.
go.
Iowa City traffic, Skyhawk 2165 Lima is taxiing from the hangar to the active Iowa City.
I think it's 1-2.
Sky condition clear. Temperature 25 Celsius. Dew point 20 Celsius. Altimeter 3013. Remarks. Density altitude 1,800. Iowa City Municipal Airport, Iowa City, Iowa. Automated weather observation 1639er Zulu. Wind 140 at 11. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 24 Celsius. Dew point 20.
We're going to practice a, what do you think you need more practice with, short field or soft field takeoff? I know your normal takeoffs are fine.
Soft field.
Okay, so we'll do a soft field takeoff out of here.
With crosswind of 20
It's a
degrees.
very slight crosswind.
20 degrees,
Yeah.
right? At 11 knots.
I think so. So remember, as we taxi, where's the wind coming from again?
1-4.
140. Okay, so do you know how to like put the yoke or anything on the ground, like when we've got winds? So right now, so the wind is coming from in front of us right now. So what you want to do is you want to have the yoke into the wind and have the,
And do a run up here?
yeah, have some back pressure. If the wind is coming from behind you, you're always going to point the yoke into the direction of the wind. And if it's coming from behind you, you're going to dive away from it, okay? So the wind is coming from 140. So right here, if we were taxiing like this, 140 is behind our left shoulder. So point it, like you're diving away from the wind, okay?
Okay.
So now 140 is going to be in this quadrant right here. Have it like this. Alright. So you want to do the run up real quick? Just stop it right here. Shit.
Why?
I'm just trying to find the book. I forgot to, it's 11:40 right now.
Brake set. Wait, one more thing I haven't said. Trim set to take off. Flight controls.
54, 51.9.
Sorry.
You're good, you're good.
I didn't see that.
54, 51.9.
Close my windows. Annunciator light off. Engine instruments. All working. Make sure. Push to full reach for now. Max test. Ammeter, voltmeter, oil pressure, it's in the green, actually going up a little bit more than usual. Fuel flow good, oil temperature rising up. I will check for 3 seconds. 1001, 1002, 1003. 1001, 1002, 1003. Hey, Matt, can you just take a look at the oil pressure real quick?
Yeah, sure. It's in the green, right?
Yeah, but it goes slightly above the green, is that okay?
That's fine. Hold on. As long as it's not in that red. Sometimes it happens. Someone just might have had a little bit too much oil put in there is all. It should be fine. We'll keep an eye on it when we're flying, and then if at any point it gets into the red, we'll head back here.
Okay, sounds good.
There you go. Okay, so your flight controls again.
Alright, flight
Oh,
controls.
they're doing the testing on that car again.
Alright.
Can I borrow your pen real quick?
Yeah.
Thanks. I'm just gonna hold on to it.
So since I'm gonna do a soft fill, right? I'm just gonna pretend now it's soft fill, so I'm just gonna put the 10 right now.
We'll do it once we're over there. There's an old we'll just do it right before we take off, okay?
Okay. The reason I asked is Matt wanted to do it before, so that's why. But it's fine, doesn't matter.
Okay. 54. 51.9. Did you guys do the run up here?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he told me to tell Jen to, if you're doing the run up here, tell Jen that, hey, I'm gonna do the run up here.
Yeah,
That
let her know.
Jen.
So that way she doesn't think, oh, he's trying to take off this runway or something like that. Like the abandoned runway or something like that. Yeah, that's fine. Do you have your airport diagram open? Is your airport diagram open on your phone?
No, 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah, I should probably have that open.
I know I was taxiing today, but make sure you have that open.
Yes, I'll do that.
Obviously, again, I was taxiing today, so it's not like I can be like, oh, you didn't open it up before you started taxiing. Because like I said, I put your pen in your lap. Because like I said, I was the one that was taxiing. But make sure, I'm stressing it because of your Checkride. Make sure you have it open on your Checkride.
Okay.
Because she might take you, she might be like, oh, he didn't have it open, I'm going to take him to another airport.
Write down things that you think I'm missing though, like, you know.
Okay. Well, I want you to have it because you got the VFR sheet.
Okay, yeah, fine,
Yeah.
I'll write it then.
Yeah, I'll make a note on my phone.
$1,700. Iowa City Municipal Airport, Iowa City, Iowa. Automated weather observation 1646 Zulu. Wind 140 at 09er.
Iowa City traffic, Skyhawk 2165 Lima. I'll be back taxiing to runway 12, Iowa City. Matt, did that go through? It did, right?
Yeah, it did. You can always check the light here. Make sure it's blinking.
Okay.
Alright.
You have your windows, you gonna hold it?
I'll close my window once we back taxi.
Okay,
so here, let's do the, lights, camera, action, flaps.
Okay.
This is just where I like to do it. Obviously, you can just say to Jan. I heard never mind, forget it.
So now
there you go. So
I'm
soft field.
Soft field, right?
Yep, we're pretending to do a soft field takeoff.
So at any point I don't want to apply brakes.
So the wind right now, it's coming from the left.
I don't want to go too fast either.
You don't have to go super fast. Because you want to use the minimum amount of brakes as possible. There you go. Obviously, we're going to have to use some brakes to turn around. There you go. So just leave it sort of like back a little bit, at least. You don't have to fully dive away from the wind in this case. Because we're still like pretending to do a soft field.
Oh yeah.
But definitely make sure you're using your proper wind correction when you're taking off. So if you hug like the right side of it when we get further down over here, then it'll be easier to make like a loop. Just pull the power to idle. And I'd say probably here, kick the rudder to the left. Have to use. So you see how we're going a little fast like that?
Yeah.
All right. Make sure you slow down sooner. Okay. Just like bring the power back to idle. That way you don't have to step on the brakes. All right.
City traffic start 2165 Lima, taking off on runway 12, departing to the east, Iowa City.
All right. So hold that crosswind correction in, and as we start getting faster, you can slowly reduce it. There you go.
55, I'm going up a bit. Okay, now I'm 65. Let's just say I am climbing at 62 for the VX.
Okay.
Frankly, I don't need
that's
VX.
if you're doing a soft field
And
takeoff with an obstacle, then yeah, you'd want to fly VX.
Alright, now I can just try to gain some airspeed above 60, positive rate of climb, remove my flaps.
Oh.
Look at that wind.
Yeah, we hit something there. Alright, so what time did we take off?
11:50.
Okay, where's your nav sheet? Did you write it down?
To take off time? No,
Yeah.
I didn't.
Write it down.
Do you have phone to take control or?
Nope.
I have to just...
Yep. You should have wrote it down right before you took off. When we're like holding short of the runway, you could probably just be like, you know, taking off, add 2 minutes. It's probably like, let's say, 11:48. Just add 2 minutes to the takeoff time because we get a taxi at the beginning of the runway. Okay?
Okay. What the fuck? Did you see that bird?
Yeah, I did.
Oskaloosa area traffic, caravan at 968 Tango Charlie, 5 miles to the south, 2,700 feet, transiting the area south and north, Oskaloosa.
Why is my compass way off?
Remember, we're climbing, right? Did you check your compass before we actually took off?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, was it on the right heading?
Yeah, so I might be right there.
Okay, well remember, watch what happens when I do this with the compass. You see how it's moving around like that? Look at the compass.
Yeah.
Alright.
Hey, man, hang on with the clouds.
Yeah, I see him.
See that whole inversion?
About 10 miles, straight in, 18 on the...
So what heading are we supposed to be flying?
89.
Alright, cool.
I thought going to 5,500, but what do you think?
Okay, was that the time here for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I will be going on top of this cloud too, alright?
Yep, that's fine. I want to at least make it to our first checkpoint. What did you say your first checkpoint was?
West branch.
One more time?
West branch.
Okay. And then we'll head back towards Iowa City, go south. So we'll go like southwest, is what I'm saying.
Hello, Unicom 1 Bravo Tango.
So one of the things I'm looking for is that tower.
Is the grass open today? Traffic, Kinger 155, Lima Sierra, 3,000. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time hearing you. Our Alpha approach to Centralia. Oh, okay, sounds good. I'll do that. Thanks.
You have a VFR sectional there? roughly where do you think we are right now? This Iowa City? Cedar Rapids.
Oh, here we are.
Okay, so probably somewhere around here, okay.
I can see the town. See?
Okay. You see the tower or the town?
I mean, I see the town should be right there. I'm still climbing, but there's a town right there. I'm looking for the tower right now just to make sure.
So just point out the towers to me. Or sorry, was the town or the towers your checkpoint?
Town. Tower would be a better.
Okay, so
tower is just a
town is your checkpoint?
Yeah, town.
Okay, cool. So just let me know when we're directly over the town.
Should take me 2 more minutes to get there.
45 runway 9 loose.
Sounds good.
Sierra Charlie, did you find any smooth air?
Hold on a bit, the engine.
Picture 1 Bravo Tango's over the top of the field, entering left down.
That's the town of West Branch right there.
This is? And that's your first checkpoint? Okay, so we're just about parallel to West Branch, right?
Yeah.
So what heading are we going to turn to?
65.
Okay.
Why the hell I cannot see the tower? Oh yeah, right there, it's right there. So big. Alright. The next one would be level out a little bit, okay.
Look at your power setting. You hear that? This is why, like, when you're in the air, make sure, like, on takeoff and everything it's correct, okay? But don't play with it when you're climbing, because it's not going to show exactly the same thing. Alright? You got to level out before you, like, move that. And I mean, I'm talking about this. Make sure you're level before you, like,
yeah.
You know.
See, I'm level right now, right?
Alright, yeah, yes you are.
Grove traffic, Piper 9.
So you said we've passed over
Inbound Papa Grove.
White town? Was it White West Branch?
West Branch.
On 6-5, okay.
6-5.
And we're at, so we've crossed? Okay. So what do we need to do?
So now I'm at 65, right?
Well, we're above 65. Or sorry, 55. Right?
Yeah, I'm still climbing,
Wait, hold
right?
on. No,
Traffic 68 Lima Tango.
you're almost at 5,000 feet, I meant.
Yeah.
So we need to go up another 500.
Yeah.
3,500 will be inbound, full stop landing.
Next will be
Did you write down the times? We hit our first checkpoint, right?
yeah, that's about on time too. 57. The next one should take us 5 minutes to get there. That's 65. Of course, I cannot see anything.
Yeah, it's sort of hard at this point. Okay, so let's say it's overcast the entire way there. I want you to divert to Muscatine.
You don't want me to go to Tipton?
I don't think we're going to be able to see it. Actually, no, this is Dead Reckoning.
Yeah.
Okay, so go to Tipton. And then once we hit Tipton, Tipton's a town, right?
Yeah. You'll see the airport and the town.
Traffic 673 Mike Alpha, Jacksonville traffic.
I should see the town in not too far actually. It's about in about 2 minutes I
show
should.
me on here, where's Tipton?
Runway 12, Papa Road.
That's the town? Okay, so are you planning on going directly like over it? Is that your part of your
Yeah,
route?
let's rent and then right to Tipton.
Okay.
And then after that I'll go to I'll turn 83.
Okay.
But you can see Tipton pretty fast too.
Papa Grove, 97 Yankee, left base, 12, Papa Grove. Traffic 51140 below, 10 miles to northeast. Gonna circle. Tower traffic, 1 Bravo. Left downwind, runway 14, Harry.
So this is the river that I'm passing by.
Okay.
Right down here.
Taking the traffic, Mayflight 476, 1 mile low approach, runway 16. Taking the traffic. State Lima Tango, downwind, runway 12, Papa Grove. Pella traffic, Pacer 1 Bravo Tango, turning left downwind, runway 16, Pella.
Man, let's say on the day, right?
What's
Jen
up?
looks at this, right? Jen says, "Hey, are you're class E airport? Are you above 1,000 feet of the clouds?" You know what I mean?
Well, we'd have to look at the weather. We passed it going up. I'd say we're about 1,000 feet above it. Those
Okay.
are probably closer to 3,000. Because we passed through 3,000, it was just about at our level there.
Okay.
And clearing traffic. Clearing.
So it's hard to like. You see how we're turning to the right now a little bit. So
Yeah.
it's sort of hard to
It's still at 65 though.
pick what?
Yeah. Hey man, why did you adjust the?
Because you had it wrong the first time. You see how now it's like adjusted. They're showing the same. It was like halfway in between 090.
But right now it's in between 3 and 6 though. Now it's between 6 and east.
So when we were flying straight for a bit there, it was about halfway in between 6 and 9.
Yeah, I hit the. I'm not. This is not the first time I had a problem with a compass on this plane.
Yeah. It was about halfway between 6 and 9. That's why I adjusted this. You gotta just make sure you're flying straight and level. Then you set this. Don't like turn and set it. Okay? 'Cause
Okay.
this just swung a lot.
And 1 Bravo Tango's turn on final 16 Pella.
Yeah, I should be there right now actually.
Okay. So here's where we are right now. So that's Tipton. So we are currently
We're way off.
3 miles to the south.
I blame the compass.
I gotcha.
And also shit, I can't see shit.
Yeah, I know.
All I see is clouds.
This is Dead Reckoning, my friend.
This is Dead Reckoning?
Yeah.
0907 Victor is a 6 mile.
Oh.
Pilot it just looking outside. Dead Reckoning is just using your what you have on you, okay? When we were you said you were going to use West Branch, right?
Yeah.
Well, we were over West Branch. We weren't like West Branch is like here. We were over it. We weren't like to the north of it. You know what I mean? So let's can't see anything, right? It's definitely overcast.
Yeah.
Around 3,000. So I want you to divert to Muscatine. Okay?
I'll give it to Muscatine. Muscatine
Yep,
is
divert to
about
Muscatine.
180.
Alright, so we're turning south 180. Roughly how far is it and how long will it take us to get there?
Lewis 681 Charlie.
What do you think? How far is it? How long will it take us to get there?
Final for 9.
Do you not have a plotter?
I have it in the back. Should we have it with me all the time, or can I use my GPS?
You know you need this stuff, right? I'd say put it up in the front. If you know you're going to go over cross-country, like flight planning and diversions and stuff, you should have it in front. Nope.
I can't use this then?
Grab your plotter. I want you to use the plotter. I'll take the flight controls for a second. Do you want me on this heading or 180?
Keep on 180.
Alright. But you should have it up front with you.
Hold it. What's that? White thing over there.
There are a lot of white things. Like the clouds? Or like where? High, low, what?
Is there another plane?
Where? You can't just point. High,
Let's
low.
just say 2 o'clock.
Okay, high, low.
High.
High? I don't see anything.
On the cloud. Yeah, I think it's another plane. Just keep an eye on that at 2 o'clock.
Alright, I don't see anybody, so keep an eye on them.
Jeff or Mike at Keokuk, is my radio working?
Lewis 673, Mike Alpha, turning left crosswind, Lewis.
Alpha goes traffic, started 4 for Charlie downwind, 12.
About 20 nautical miles.
Okay. So about 20 miles, how long do you think it will take us to get there? Your flight controls.
About 10 minutes.
About 10 minutes, okay.
Mike Alpha, turning downwind.
Probably a little bit longer. It would be like a little closer to 13. Because remember, we're going 100 knots, not 120. We're not quite going 2 miles a minute.
7 Hotel is joining the left downwind for 25.
So,
Oh, there are less clouds there. Did you see that?
yeah, well, there are less clouds to south, yeah. So what you can do, make sure that you have those up front with you, okay? Have your GPS open on there, and then if she says, like, you have a failure, before you turn it off, take a good look at where you are. So you're like, okay, I look like I'm about 2 miles to the southwest of Muscatine, or like Tipton or something like that. So when you pull that out, know that you're going in a direction, so you might be like 3 or 4 miles to the south then. Alright?
Yeah. Muscatine, one thing that would help is the river. It's next to the river.
Gotcha.
So if you know, if you have a good indication on the river, you'll see that, and also the smokestack.
So this is where we are, that's our heading. If we go on this heading, we're going to be a little bit to the west of it, but this is, it's probably fine.
Are you doing power on stalls, right?
Well, we're not going to do power on stalls, we're going to do simulator emergency descents first, okay? Actually, no, we're going to do steep turns. How about we do that? There's nobody here, let's do a steep turn, okay? Get me set up. We'll do one to the right and then one to the left. One to the left and then one to the right like we normally do, okay?
Okay. City traffic, Skyhawk 2165. I'm about 10 miles east of the airport. I'll be practicing some steep turns at about 5,500 feet, Iowa City.
So don't just throw a number out there. Make sure that you actually like look. You know, we were near Tipton, right? How close is Tipton to Iowa City? Like 20 miles, right?
Yeah, but don't you think we just went here now, right? No?
We're going directly south, right? You're going on a heading of 180, so our distance really isn't going to change that much. We're not getting closer to Iowa City. So you got to check and make sure, okay?
How do I check though without...
You got your sectional right there, man. You should have it out the entire time we're going. But that's how you would check.
Okay.
So we're directly south of Tipton. We're not going to be any closer to Iowa City. We're still going to be like 20 miles out. Alright, so show me steep turns.
Steep turns.
Yep.
So I'm going to make my clearing turns first.
Okay.
Thank you, 2009, 617 Echo Tango.
So then Matt told me to look the opposite direction of the steep turn.
Yeah, that's fine. I usually I'll sort of look in all directions, but yeah, opposite direction. Remember, this is why, like the same reason is why we raise the wing before we turn, so that way we can see better.
Alright. Maintaining planes.
Alright, cool.
Alright, steep turn to my left.
Yep. So what you can do is if you can't really pick a road easily, pick something off in the distance that's easier to see. Not the best because it's sort of hard to see on the ground. But you could pick clouds usually aren't the best because they move a bit. So you'll have to kind of, as you're doing the steep turn, you'll have to look down and see roughly what heading we're on. Okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it now.
Alright, cool.
White shirt. Everything looks like Echo is about a mile and a half south of
So, I'm assuming you wanted to start at 55, right?
Yep.
So,
I see that too.
we started a little close to 56. You lost 300 feet. Remember, when you turn past 30, add about 100 RPM in, okay? Let's do that again.
Yeah, let's do that again.
Yeah. 30 degrees, 100 RPM, keep the turn coming into 45. Get me back to 55.
So you want me to put some RPM and then
Yes.
back pressure?
So whatever you're in right now, add some RPM. So you're at 2200, you should be at 23. Get yourself set up, you want to make sure that you're at your airspeed.
I want to be at 100 actually.
Yeah, exactly. So 100 knots, you want to make
So
sure
let
you're
me
at
go up
your
again.
airspeed.
So that I am at 5,500.
Okay. Yep, take your time, get set up, okay?
Okay. Okay, about 5,500 feet. A little bit of RPM.
So we're 5620. Get the nose down a little bit, okay? You hear that? How it's starting to speed up? You might have to reduce the power just a little bit. Add some back pressure now, because we're back at our altitude. Alright. You want to keep the horizon cutting through the same point on the dashboard.
Okay.
Okay? This is looking much better. We're at 105 knots. See how the horizon's moving to the right? That means that the nose has dropped a little bit. Now that doesn't mean that we're climbing or descending. All right? Keep looking outside. There's the river again. We should be roughly on this heading here, right?
Yeah, it was a little bit. I was paying attention on that. Let's do that again.
Okay, cool. Let's do it again. So 55, get me back to 55. And even if like we roll over it, practice leveling out at the same altitude, okay? Remember, when you level out, you need to reduce that power back.
Yeah.
Bring it back 100 knots. That way the nose just doesn't keep coming up.
Runway 20, box belt. South goes traffic, South 12 Charlie, base for 150.
And keep the south heading. That road right there.
Alright, cool. So 30 degrees, 100 RPM, 45 degrees of bank. We've climbed 100 feet, don't let it climb anymore. Alright. Listen to the engine. Look at what's happening outside. We're in a nose down attitude, right? Keep an eye on your airspeed. You hear how it's starting to speed up a little bit?
Pittsfield traffic.
Oscar traffic, Aero 565, uniform, departing runway 12, starting here.
Pittsfield.
So look at your speed. We're at 115 knots right now. We descended 100 feet. So when I say look outside, you know, remember how I said get the horizon and cut through the dashboard? You want to keep it at the same point. If you see it moving left and right, that means that your pitch and your bank are changing.
So, the reason I increased airspeed, right, is why? Nose down?
So yeah, we had a nose down pitch attitude. You were descending about 500 feet per minute. So the airspeed increased by about 10 knots there. So let's try that again. Alright. Yeah, the nose is coming down, so we know we're in a slight nose down. However, we're at our altitude, so let's get back, pull the nose up a bit. Bring the nose back, okay. We're at 35 degrees of bank, 45.
Runway 20, making solid.
Alright. Sort of feel what the airplane's doing. Look outside, take a peek inside. Okay, we've descended a bit. Let's add some back pressure.
Mike Echo is 15 miles to the...
I want you to just keep the turn coming in, okay? Don't worry about rolling out on your heading. Just keep the turn.
Solid traffic, Aircraft 93 Hotel transitioning airspace from east to west, south of the field.
Look at your altitude, okay? So add some back pressure. We're right on that 100 foot below. Keep it at 45. Alright. Take a peek at your airspeed. See how we're still descending? Okay, you see where's the horizon cutting through for you right now? Keep the turn. Where's the horizon cutting through for you right now?
Right here.
Okay, watch this. You see how it's moving to the left?
Yeah, I know that part. It's just that it's hard to control.
Yeah.
I get that part.
Alright, so right here, would you say this is pretty level? You think? Like we're not climbing, we're not descending too much, right? This is what you're looking for, okay? And then when we need to climb, a little bit more back pressure. Alright, let's get back to our altitude. Don't just let it sit there. Alright?
Okay, let me try.
Okay. So you see how the nose just dropped?
Yeah.
And now we dropped 100 feet. The moment I let go, the nose came down. Get me back up to 55. If you're low, that's fine. You just got to make some changes, okay? Add some back pressure, maybe add a little bit of power. Okay, but you just got to remember when you get back to your altitude, you need to bring that power back to whatever power setting you had prior. bit less bank. Alright.
Inbound, RNAV.
Let me get back to the south heading.
Sounds good.
And we'll be transitioning to the...
Now it looks like it's very standard, see? There's a high, a little bit higher.
So you feel like us. So there's that river, and south is coming up, right?
Oh, traffic here, Coop 93 Hotel. Transitioning airspace from east to west, just south of the dam, 2,500 feet.
What's wrong with my heading indicator?
So it tumbled. Did you not see it like
Yeah, I see that.
before?
To the northwest,
So this is why, use your,
3,500
there's the river again. Which way were we pointed? This is why you need to be looking outside. You can't just use what you got. So which way do we have to be pointing in order to go south?
South, this way.
So let's just go level first. Give it a second. Go level. See that?
Yeah.
Just give it a moment. Gotta be nice and level. Yeah, we did.
South traffic, Cessna 2 after 1 wheels.
Okay.
Cessna 2649
Now it looks like it's more or less. Let's do a slight turn to the left, see what happens. Nope, it's still tumbled.
Yeah, I think you're broken.
Yep, so we're gonna have to use the magnetic compass, okay? So, nice and level, we're on a roughly south heading right now,
Okay,
okay?
let me go down. Do you want me to do a right steep turn as well?
We're gonna do one to the left first again, okay?
Okay.
So, roads here, you got the river to your left here, some clouds in front of us. This is a south heading, okay? Show me a left turn, 5,500. I want you to stay within, you have to stay within 100 feet. I want to see within 50.
Transitioning airspace from
Plus 10, minus 10 on airspeed.
2,700
Okay.
Knoxville.
Alright, let me stay level for a while.
Yep, get stabilized first.
Alright, left again.
On RNAV Bravo.
There you go. Take a peek inside, look at what's happening. What do we need to fix?
Okay.
So you see how the
Helicopter
horizon,
1 kilo.
it moved up? That means that our nose went down. So now, you see how if I'm pulling back, the horizon's getting smaller?
Yeah, I know.
Alright? You want to keep it the same distance the entire time. Okay? Take a peek inside. How are we doing?
Downwind for
Okay.
20, about to go.
Okay, we're 100 feet low though. So add some back pressure. Take a peek at your airspeed. We're 5 knots slow, so let's add in that 100 RPM that we didn't add. Because we're still at 21.
I had to,
That was better. That was within ACS.
I wasn't even looking at it. I had to look at the
Yes, you have
stupid
to.
river and
Exactly.
outside.
Yes,
Because the heating indicator
that's
wasn't
what you're
working.
supposed to do. You're supposed to be looking outside. That's why I say pick a point outside, right? This doesn't matter. We only know like where we're facing, okay? So you see that bend in the river right in front of us?
Yeah.
That's our point right there. That's where we have to roll out by. I want you to do it again, okay? Don't worry about this, because that's tumbling. That's not going to tell us anything. Don't worry about this. This is inaccurate. It's not going to show us information right away.
Okay, I'll try again.
Okay, one more time. So start the turn. There you go, 30 degrees. Keep the bank coming in. Okay. See how the nose dropped?
Yeah.
Breaking off our RNAV approach.
Alright, so you need to add back pressure in order to keep it from dropping anymore. You hear how the engine's getting faster? That probably means that we're descending some. So as soon as you roll out to the south, I want you to do one to the right. I'm not going to say anything, okay? The other nose popped up. Our point's over there, we passed it.
Yeah, it's hard to see.
So let's do the one to the right, right?
Okay, yeah, hang on. Let
As
me
soon
stabilize this.
As soon as you roll out, it should be one turn to the left, roll out, clear the right wing, turn to the right.
I thought you said stable first and then turn.
When you start the maneuver, it needs to be stable. One full turn to the left, one full turn to the right, that's part of the maneuver. So you're doing 2 turns for a steep turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn now. Let me get the checkpoint first.
Traffic says window was about
We're at 40 degrees, a little more bang. Don't forget your rudder.
Knoxville traffic, Aircoupe 93 Hotel is just south of the field, transitioning the airspace from east to west at 2,600 feet. Knoxville.
There's your point. Roll it out, push the nose down. Okay, level. See?
No, I didn't lose less than 100.
Sorry, what?
That was less than 100.
Yeah, well, because I was helping you out a bit there. So one turn to the left. Okay, when you roll out, you need to reduce that power. Okay.
Why did you help me?
Because I'm trying to.
Are you taking the exam?
Let's do it again, smartass. One turn to the left, one turn to the right. Okay.
Alright.
It's almost like you're making a figure 8. Okay. 45 degrees. Look outside. What's happened?
Coming down.
Okay. Did you add the 100 RPM?
There you go. This is good.
Okay, good.
Not even touching anything.
Yeah.
Going there. Bye. Oh, it's just I hate to see where to turn because it's disorientating.
Yeah. So what you can do is poke your head out, take a peek at where the point is. All right.
Nauseous, man.
We passed it again. We can take a short break. We can do something else if you want.
Oh wait, hang on. Let me do my
Okay.
Let me do my right. I can do. The right isn't that bad. The left, for some reason, I hate doing the left. I gained some airspeed. What's like
So it should be like roll out and immediately turn to the right. There shouldn't be like a 2-minute,
8 miles northeast.
You think so?
842, 2.5 west over the interstate, right base 14.
Hello traffic, 335 Mike Echo is...
What if Jen pukes?
Well, you're only going to do 2.
Hello traffic, 335 Mike Echo is left base for 16. Hello.
Just remember, if you put nose up trim, you're going to have to add a lot of back pressure when you level out. Or sorry, I meant forward pressure. There you go.
Oh, that was better.
A little bit off of our heading, but that was good, okay?
So that hitting is right, that thing, you know?
Are you using the Y or the bend in the river?
The whole island right there.
You can't pick something that big. You gotta pick something smaller, okay?
What were you using?
You see the bend in the river there? Where the river turns to the left? Okay? Use that bend in the river. Pick a nice small point, okay? Because I could be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna use the river to our left. Look how much space that gives me. Alright? Alright, so one more. One to the left, one to the right.
One more?
Yep.
By the way, we are next to the power plant there.
That's fine, don't worry about it.
Okay.
We're right over Muscatine. One to the left, one to the right.
Okay, one to the left, one to the right.
Yep, and then as soon as we roll out on the left one, you gotta start the turn to the right.
I'm gonna use the PowerPoint as my indicator.
Okay. So let's go then.
Okay.
traffic, Comanche 27 Bravo Romeo, entering left downwind, runway 9, Ingersoll.
Okay, keep the roll going into the right, keep it going in, go right, there you go.
Really? That fast? You don't have to level out?
So you roll it out to level and then you continue to the right. Look at your airspeed.
We are doing stall.
Look at that. ACS, my friend. Alright, let's turn back towards the north, okay?
Alright, let's head back towards the north.
Yep.
You want to go west or north? I mean, north, you sure?
Yeah, head northwest. Okay. So what we're going to do now, emergency descent, okay? But walk me through it. How do we do an emergency descent?
Okay, emergency descent, the first thing I do is I look for a...
Ingersoll traffic, Comanche 27 Bravo Romeo, turning final, runway 9, Ingersoll.
So
landing point.
one thing I do is I look for a place 90 degrees to my left.
Perfect.
So once I look for a good place already, I tell my passengers, hey, make sure seat belts and everything is okay.
Let's do another 90-degree turn to the right. Then we'll do it towards these fields over here. That way we're just able to get a little closer to Iowa City while we're doing it, okay? Alright, and then we tell the passengers. Yeah, so what are you going to tell the passengers?
So I'm going to tell, hey, make sure your seatbelt is on. Make sure your seatbelt is on. All your items are stowed. And if you have any sinus painfulness, let me know.
Okay, because we can discontinue the maneuver at any point.
Okay.
Unless it's like an actual emergency. I'd say, too bad, suck it up.
Uh-huh.
Alright.
So if it's a fire, right, I'm going to make a 90 degrees and I want to go down, but at the same time I want to go left and right.
Yeah,
and
so we're
scan for
doing
traffic.
almost like little S's, okay? So you're going to pitch down to roughly what degrees? How many degrees nose down would you say?
Is it like 10 so that you get about 125?
Yeah, you want about 124 knots. It's about 10 to 12 degrees nose down. So that's this line right here, right?
Yeah, this line, right? Or what?
A little more.
Okay, we can do that later. So
you'll figure it out once we get there.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll just do mixture full forward. All right. And then you make the 90-degree turn at the same time you bring the power to what power setting?
I do.
There you go. Okay. So simulated emergency descent. Oh, hey, look at those fields over there. We have an engine fire. That's an airport right there. You see that road? Okay. We're at 5,500 feet. You can descend no more than 2,000 feet during this maneuver. So your minimum ceiling is 3,500. So what you could do is say, okay, I'm at 5,500. I'm planning on descending to 4,000. So that way you've got a little bit of wiggle room.
4,000, huh?
Yep,
okay.
I'm going to descend to, you can be like, the minimum we can descend to is 3,500. I'm going to descend to 4,000. So something like that.
Okay, so cool. The minimum we're going to descend to is 3,500.
Yeah, so you can only descend when you're doing the maneuver. You cannot descend more than 2,000 feet, right?
Yeah.
Yep, so that would be 3,500. So you can descend down to 3,500. Let's do that. We'll simulate it. She might want you to do that in the airplane.
That's fine.
So let's 90-degree turn to the left. Descend down to 3,500.
Traffic Bonanza 712 on November. We're 5 to the northwest, inbound for landing, Lewis University.
If if I would follow the roads real quick, just
That's
so
fine.
I know, since that whole hitting indicator is not working. It's a good practice to look outside, actually.
Yeah.
Right, so idle, right, Matt? So I gave my instructions to the
Yeah, so you told the
passenger,
people in the back.
and then I look at something on the 90 degrees to the right, and then I slowly pull the power to idle.
Yeah, bring the power to idle and then start your turn. So it should be between like 30 to 45 degrees.
30 to
All
45
right.
degrees.
And this time you're going to let the nose come down, okay? Pitch for about 10 degrees, nose down. See the airspeed starting to pile up. Okay, there's our point. So keep the nose down.
Keep the nose down, and then...
Yep. And then we're going to do shallow turns. So right about here.
Shallow turns to look for
shallow,
traffic.
just like left and right looking for traffic. All right, keep the nose down. Keep the nose down.
Keep the nose down.
Yep. Hold it down like this.
Okay, I trimmed for the nose down already.
All right, so right now we're at about 115. Let's lower the nose a little more. You're not quite at 10. Right about there.
Okay,
All right.
120.
Okay. So
And look for
shallow
traffic.
S's. Okay. Don't let the nose come up.
Yeah.
So we're getting a little fast.
So I'm gonna come up with...
Yep, little tiny bit of back pressure. All right.
Okay.
Keep it coming down. You hear how it's getting slower?
Yeah. No traffic.
All right.
No traffic. 120. And then...
So how much altitude do we have left?
So 500, I level out a bit.
Okay,
and I
cool.
put power.
Yep, you want to level out about 100 feet above your altitude. Okay, cool. Does that kind of answer it?
Yeah, I gotta keep an eye on the altitude and not forget to look at the altitude.
Yeah, so my flight controls real quick. I'm just going to climb us back up. We're going to do one more.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes. Yeah, I trimmed it pretty low. Right now.
We got about an hour left before the 100 hour.
Maybe it's fate that this thing broke and it made me look outside more.
Yeah. That could be. Well, it's not that it's broken, it just tumbled.
I don't know, I've had problems with this and that quite on this plane.
Yeah. I guess it could be, what's the back pressure at? I mean, it's in the green. So I'm going to bring us up to 5,000, okay?
Will they have a constant rate ascend at all?
Sorry, what?
Constant rate ascend.
Like descending at 500 feet per minute?
No, ascending at 500 per minute. Will she ask you?
I don't think so. I mean, she might. They usually just climb to this altitude. They're more so they look for air speeds. Alright, so right now I'm sort of doing like a VX climb. I got 300 more feet.
Why would you do a VX and not a VY? VI, given the time, you'll get the most distance, right? I mean, most.
That's the most. Okay, yeah.
I'm assuming you don't want to go too far. That's why.
Yeah, I don't want to. I just want to. I'm turning around. I don't want to go super far to the south, and I'm just like turning around.
Yeah, makes sense.
So we should be fine right about here. So I'm gonna start lowering the nose a bit.
You can stay at 5,000 if you want.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go from 5,000 to 3,000. Okay.
3,000?
Yep. That's 2,000 feet, right?
Yeah. So I'll go down to 3,000. Before 3,000, I'll level out.
All right, cool. Like 3,100 feet. That's when you want to start pulling back on the yoke. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna point it towards the north. We'll do it to the west. Okay.
Sounds good.
All right, so I did our clearing turns there.
Flight control?
Your flight controls.
Flight controls.
All right, bring the power back to cruise. Cruise. All right.
So first thing I do.
Start the maneuver from the beginning. Make your radio call.
Okay. Wait, radio call or just passengers?
Well, we want to let people know we're doing a simulated emergency descent too.
Okay. Don't even know where I'm at. You want me?
So we're about 10 miles to the northwest of Muscatine. We're going to be doing a simulated emergency descent to the west.
So Muscatine air traffic, Skyhawk 2165 Lima, about 20?
About,
what did you say?
about 10 miles
10
to the
miles
northwest.
to the northwest of the airport. I'll be doing some simulated engine failures at 5,000 feet.
Yeah, 5,000 and 3,000.
5,000 and 3,000 feet.
Alright, cool.
Alright, so next thing I do, why am I climbing? The next thing I do is I tell my passengers, hey, make sure your seatbelts are on and store your items below your seat. And if you are experiencing any sinus congestion, sinus painfulness in your ears, just let me know. And then I'll say brace point.
Yep. So start the turn first, lower the nose, and then start slowly
see something,
reducing the power.
something on the
just use this like road
degrees.
here that's directly to the left of us.
Okay. And then now I'll be alright. Slowly reduce the power.
You wanna bank first. Start the bank, and then you can slowly start bringing back the power. Okay.
Oh,
so what's gonna happen if you start your power first? You're gonna get slow. Okay, you gotta do it quicker. My flight controls?
I can do it.
Nope, my flight controls.
They're still at 5,000.
I know, but you got too slow right at the start. It's gonna look something. I'm gonna point us towards the south, and I'm gonna show you real quick. All right. You gotta do it a little quicker.
Okay.
Remember, there's an engine fire. We gotta be a little quick about it, okay? So I made my radio call. That's my point right there. Clear right. I'm gonna start my turn, start pushing the nose down, and at the same time, I'm gonna start reducing the power, okay?
Push the nose down.
I'm at about, 40 degrees of bank right now?
Yeah.
All right. So right about here. Okay. What am I at? 120? So right about here. See? I'm going to point us back towards the south. All right. You see how much quicker I did that?
Okay.
The one mistake I made was I didn't smoothly bring all the power back. I had a little bit of power in when I was done with the 90-degree turn. But you want to start the turn before you begin to pull the power out. That way you don't get slow. Because if you pull the power out and then you start turning, you're never going to get to 124 knots.
Got it.
All right. Your flight controls.
Another time again. You want me to time?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I guess I did lose a little bit of altitude. So 1500 AGL is like the minimum, okay? So don't go down more than like 2,000 feet MSL, okay? That's roughly 2,000 AGL, or sorry, 1500 AGL. In most areas, probably a little more.
So 90 degrees, you still want me to do that, right?
Yep, so just pick one of the roads to our right.
I make my radio calls, I tell my passengers what to do, I see that, and then I make my turn first while descending.
Yep. Then you start smoothly pulling out the power. All the way to idle. There you go. Look at that, we're at 120 knots. The nose came up, so push the nose down a bit. Just a tiny bit, because we're at 28 knots at the moment. Don't forget those little S's. Alright, keep an eye on your airspeed. So you don't want to go too fast, okay? If you have to, do 120 knots instead of 124, okay?
Yeah,
you see how now we're level? Look at your airspeed, it's starting to decrease, so keep the nose coming down. You gotta keep a constant pitch the entire time. You see what I mean?
Yes.
She'll probably have you do a simulated emergency landing instead of one of these, but still, it's a good idea.
That's fine, good practice.
You want to do like nice, there you go, clear it, nice. Level out the airplane first and then start applying power, okay? You can let the airplane slow down to 100 knots when you're leveling out, okay? Make sense?
Okay.
Alright, that was pretty good.
Hey, do you want me to go up now? We just doing.
Do you want to do? Do you want to do one more?
I want to do engine failure.
Okay, so let's. What are we at right now? What altitude are we at?
3,000.
Okay, well let's do it from here.
Okay.
So we're flying along. Okay. We're flying along, and all of a sudden, simulate an engine failure.
Okay, air speed. So best airspeed. So I need to make sure I trim for 68. That's the best glide speed. Well, I'm still looking for 168.
And 1,300 feet. We're gonna go around by. Okay, I'll call the go around.
Okay. So you see, I have the best glide speed now. So now I'm looking for a good place to land. Looks like this field here, it's quite big, so I'm just gonna turn around right here.
Okay.
Okay, so I found a best field place. The next thing is checklist, so I'm gonna take my checklist. I'm gonna look at my checklist right now, and then I'm gonna, so I know I'm gonna land there.
Do the memory items.
Memory items, right?
Yeah, memory items, and then you can check it with the checklist after.
Okay, okay. So memory items. First thing I want to do is make sure I'm in both, pushed in, pull in, use my auxiliary pump, pushed in my lean mixture for list.
Lean the mixture?
I mean, no, push in my mixture, and then after that, one thing I'm going to do is here, let me make sure I'm still on glide speed. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to start the engine. I'm going to try once, I'm going to try twice.
Okay. When do you turn the key? Under what conditions?
Huh?
Do you turn the key if the propeller is still spinning?
No, if the propeller is stopped.
If the propeller is stopped, you do not turn the key. Perfect.
Yeah. Is that wrong?
No, that's right. That's right.
Propellers.
If the propeller is spinning, don't turn the key. If it's not spinning, turn the key.
If it's not spinning, turn the key.
Yep.
And I realized that, hey, nothing is working right now. And then the next thing I'm going to do is, you know what? I'm going to do a power off. Power off
Which
landing.
field are you using?
This field right here.
Okay.
So
I'm going to clear your engine real quick.
okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull off the fuel shutoff valve, pull my mixture out, put the power to idle right now.
Okay.
And then next thing I'm going to do is also I'm going to make a radio call. I'm going to put to 7700. I'm going to say Mayday, Mayday, Skyhawk 2165 Lima. Engine failure. I'm up at about, like 15 miles off Muscatine Airport. Northwest or southwest of the airport. I think it's west of the airport. And then I'm after that I'm just gonna focus on my landing. I'm gonna get my airspeed. Which field are you using?
This one right here?
106, thank you. What's the wind stock look like?
Looks like I'm gonna use that one over right there. So I'm gonna keep making my turn. But if I find, okay, let's just say I go like this, right? I go like this.
Okay.
Okay. See that field over there?
Which field are you using? What field was it?
This yellow one right there.
Okay, can we make it from here?
I think we can. But I still have to turn. But if I need flaps, I'll put flaps later.
Okay. How much altitude do we have?
We'll be straight in.
500 feet above.
Okay, go around.
11, full stop, Decorum.
But I'll just keep putting, turning right there. You see right there?
Yeah.
Right? So I'll put my flaps right when I'm gonna go final.
You remember, you gotta make it circle around the field when you're 1,000 feet above the ground. You need to be at your high key point, right? Which is like a beam your point of landing. We didn't really get there. You were just like, you're doing the checklist, but you gotta fly the airplane, right?
Yeah, you gotta fly the airplane.
You didn't circle over the field.
Okay.
We were just sort of flying in one direction.
Yeah, alright. Let's try again.
Okay.
Hey man, how much time we have? Shit.
We still have 0.8 left. So I'd say in about, we're pretty close to Iowa City. So I'd say maybe in half an hour at the absolute latest we need to start turning back.
I don't have a lot of time. I'm just gonna go 2,000.
Why are you going to 2,000?
I do want to go higher.
Go up to 3,000.
3,000. I'm just gonna do like a...
That gives you about 2,000 feet, okay?
Okay. Climb faster.
You should always have a field in mind, okay? There are a ton of fields out here, so switching fields like probably wouldn't matter too much. Try to stay with the field that you choose on your check ride though, okay?
Okay.
And Decor traffic, Conquest 783 Mike Bravo, we're base to final, runway 11, Decor.
Geneva Airport, November 614 Charlie Yankee.
If something's like wrong, like you know you're fast, you know maybe you're at the wrong pitch, fix it, okay?
Coming in for 05 full stop.
You can recognize it, but you just need to do something to fix it, okay?
Okay.
All right, so we're flying along, and then all of a sudden, simulated engine failure.
That's airspeed. That's glide speed, right? So. So, while it's getting there, I'm just gonna scout bar areas.
Oskaloosa traffic,
Okay, there should be
for the northeast and rank 3000 Oskaloosa.
Yeah. 68 is best glide, but realistically, if you keep it at 70, 2 knots, probably won't matter too much. Easier to see that way. So what field are you landed in? Come on.
Okay, the next thing I want to look at is the field right there again.
Okay.
That
So
one.
right now, how much altitude do we have before we have to be at our high key point?
Yeah, about 2,000 feet.
We have 2,000 feet?
Yeah.
Sure about that? What's our high key point? That's our a beam or point of landing, right?
Yeah.
We have 1,000
that should
feet.
be about, yeah, it's about 1,000, right?
Yep, because the ground here is 700 feet MSL.
Okay.
So you gotta be quick if you're only at 3,000 feet here.
And next thing I do is I do my checklist.
Yep.
And then I tell,
Do the
how to
checklist.
both-
Don't just tell her.
Okay.
Just do it.
Okay, so both, make sure to both, fuel selector are pushed in, make sure full reach, auxiliary pump on, then prop is not turning, so I try to turn it on, and now it's not working, so I pull back to idle, pull off the, I pull off this shut off valve first, and I pull off the, make sure to pull a lean,
Okay.
pull it out, and then after that, I am going to,
So you're
pull the
getting
thing
into
to-
the read and do items, okay?
okay. pull that
Just do the memory items, okay? Say I'm going to verify with the checklist really quickly. Just take a quick peek, make sure you didn't miss anything, and then say the last thing to do would be the read and do items, and we would do that once landing is assured, or something along those lines, okay?
Okay.
So which field did you choose? This one right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
So right now I'm at beam. Right.
Yep, so we're about 200 feet above our high key point. That's fine, right?
Yeah.
So if you can avoid it, try not to choose the very beginning of like fields like you see where the these what the heck are they called? Power lines and stuff are.
Yeah.
So don't be like, okay, that's the very beginning of my field, because if you're a little long, that's fine. You're going to overshoot it. If you're a little short, then you're going to hit the power lines.
So, oh, okay.
All right, keep it coming in. There you go.
Yeah, you're right. I should have picked something.
Think
like
about like, do you remember how like we can choose the 1,000-foot markers instead of the very beginning of the runway?
Yeah.
We're really close, right?
Yeah. You want me to go?
Yeah, go around. What happened to the flaps?
Yeah, I'm gonna put flaps now. Like
Okay.
right now, I'll put full flaps to land right.
Okay. Well, you got power in. You added in power, so
Yeah.
go around.
So ideally, if no
Go
power,
around. Go around.
ideally no power, this is where I land with the flaps.
You can't add in power. Okay. You chose this field back here, so if you had added in flaps, you would have been fine. You got to recognize that you're high. Okay.
At my base, right? I mean downwind.
You're on the downwind. I'm saying that because of where you turned base, that was fine, but you needed to put the flaps in then. Okay.
I thought I put flaps on final, but I can put flaps before that.
You can put flaps in whenever, okay? Just know that the moment you put them in, you lose that ability to really take them out. Unless you're trying to like lose a lot of lift really quickly, you take out the flaps, the airplane's going to sink a bit, and then I guess you could put them back in again. But basically, once you put the flaps in, that's a resource you can't get back. Remember?
Yeah, that's why I'm careful about that.
Traffic 758 Foxtrot, 2 miles straight into 1.
Yeah, but if you're high, you're gonna have to put the flaps in. That's what they're there for. You want to do one more of those?
What do you think?
Let's do one more. I'm more interested in my flight controls.
You have flight controls.
So we're not going to go all the way up to 3,000 feet. The part that I'm interested in, you see this like dark field right here?
Yeah.
Okay. Simulated engine failure. You did all the memory items, okay? I just want you to get me set up and land there, okay? The beginning of the dark field right there, you see how it's like, get that little square like light green field there?
Yeah.
Okay? The dark field is going to be like the beginning of your like that's the point that you need to be a beam at by 1700, okay? And if we're a little high, that's fine. We can just put the flaps in earlier. No, don't put them all in.
Yeah, no, I'm going to put.
Yeah, so just 10. So we're a little bit high. That's fine. We're fast too. So all you can say there is be like, hey, I'm a beam my point of landing. I'm 200 feet above it. I'm putting my first notch of flaps in to help me slow down a little bit because I'm probably going to come in slightly high.
Yeah.
Okay? Think of this like as a traffic pattern, okay? Remember how we did the power off 180s?
Yeah.
Okay?
So
Make it round. Don't make it like square. Okay? Remember how when we did the power off 180s, we always sort of had the where we were going to land no power.
Oh, sorry. Habit.
Come on, man.
Habit.
All right. So take a peek. How are we looking?
Looking high.
Okay. What are you going to do then?
Put more flaps.
Okay. I'd argue you put flaps full at this point.
Flaps full.
Right? Because you didn't really have like a base leg there. You sort of just turned final. So what do you think? Do you think we would make it here or would it be further down?
I think it would be further down right there.
Okay. Let's go around. Let's try that again. So, one, we'll get a little bit further. So, like, we're not super close to the runway. All right, we need to be just slightly further out and make your turn nice and circular. That way you're more easily able to say, oh, hey, I'm high. Oh, hey, I'm low. Remember how we do that for the power off 180s?
Yeah.
Instead of being like, okay, 90 degrees, 90 degrees, 90 degrees.
That's what I did.
We're like, almost make it like a big circle, like a half moon, you know? Where are you at? 0.2, okay. We're going to do one more of these and then we're going to do an S-turn.
So that wind picked up the wings.
Yeah, it could be. How you feeling, by the way?
Okay, little,
Yeah, remember when we do
there's
these?
a tower there, by the way, though, so we
I
gotta...
gotcha. Well, how far is it? We're way above that, that's fine. Just make like a 30-degree turn to the left. You'll be able to keep in sight.
Let me go back to the north.
Yeah, a little bit to the north. Or, sorry, south.
I'm in south, yeah. There's a lot of fields there.
Okay, simulated engine failure. I want you to use the same field, okay? Do what you need to get me there. We want to be a beam our point of landing at 1,700 feet, okay?
So, I don't want to make the circles too small then, though.
You want to make it a nice big circle.
So I'm going to make a nice big circle.
Yeah. So right now we're 300 feet above. Where's our point of landing?
We're starting from that side, right? We're going downwind now.
Okay.